Good morning and welcome back to Six Flags Over Georgia. This has kind of been my temporary home park for a little bit, as I am here to do flight attendant training. I'm sure you could figure out with what airline if I'm based here in Atlanta, but we are here. Not only I've been coming here a decent amount of it and everything, but I've got some good friends here who will join in. What's up, Travis? You haven't been here in what, 20 years?
Yeah, something like that. Mid-2000s sometime.
Yeah, like when Goliath was new. So you basically probably have like no memory. I think you said Goliath was something that would scare you anyway, so you didn't really ride it.
I didn't want to ride it for some reason. I can't remember why not. But I did ride Batman.
Yeah.
One of the wooden coasters here. It was pretty rough.
Okay.
So we'll see if it's still here.
Yeah. All right. And then I also got, basically it's a reunion of everyone from Germany. What's up, Sharav?
What's going on?
You also haven't been here in like 20 years, so.
Yeah, it's 06.
Good reunion. We're going to probably hit up Daredevil Dive just so that way it's, get that one knocked out. And knock everything out of the park. See if you what you think of Goliath, man.
Yeah, I gotta get back on that. It's been 20 years.
Yeah, I know. So see what you think. One of the best hypers. So
let's do it.
All right, let's go. All right, just got off of Goliath, which of those rides I remember, man, that thing just packs a punch. It gets better and better as it goes, where the airtime gets more and more aggressive, especially those final hills at the end. That helix is crazy good and everything, but yeah, that thing packs a punch. All right, let me get someone's opinion over here. So, Travis, you have actually never ridden Goliath before. What's your opinion of that B&M Hyper?
It's really solid. It's probably the shortest one I've ever been on, I think.
Yeah,
it feels the shortest.
It's literally 200 feet. It couldn't be a foot shorter, and it could be considered a hyper.
Like,
so
lots of airtime. I like the airtime a lot, and it does get more intense as you go.
Yeah.
I really look forward to riding it later once it's warmed up.
Yeah.
Much more intense.
Like, it gave a good ride now, but I've had other rides where it packs even more punch than that. So, but yeah, that thing slaps. Sharav, what'd you think of Goliath? You haven't ridden it in 20 years.
It's almost as if I was like riding it for the first time. That was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, first impression, I think it's a top tier B&M Hyper.
Oh, definitely.
Like I've ridden 8 of the 9 in North America. I think it might be top 3.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's my personal favorite. I haven't been on Mako. Yeah, I know you have. You've already told me 1,000 times how much you love it. But for me, it's only behind Silver Star.
Yeah, I would still put Silver Star ahead of this, but this is really good.
Yeah, it's amazing. Something I love about their Batman area here is that they actually are constantly playing music from the best Batman films, the Dark Knight trilogy. So next, I think we're going to get over to Riddler Mindbender, an old Schwarzkopf. So let's see what this old classic's like. Classic Bat clone. I actually have only been on this one in Magic Mountains, and only last year. I've been to so many B&M inverts that it's actually kind of surprising, but Sharav, that theming in the station's sick, is it not?
Really good. I was just telling my buddy here that outside of Great America's Batman, this is probably the best themed Batman of all the legacy.
Oh, really? Great Adventure has Great America has even better theming than
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Great America just refurbished everything, so they have the station's sound working, the smoke, the special effects, the lights.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that was, I mean, they had the smoke and special effects on this too. It was sick.
It was awesome.
Ride itself, man, that thing packs a damn punch. It's crazy.
They never get old.
No,
Really good.
that was so good. All right, Travis, so you're definitely both a B&M invert and a massive Batman fan. So what was it like getting back on Batman the first time in 20 years?
It was great.
Is that it?
Things that definitely belong together. The theming there is really good, even though I didn't get to see a lot of it because the line is so short today. So, you know, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
But the actual ride itself is just as intense as ever. It's great. Not quite as good as Top Gun back home.
I mean, Afterburn's one of the best inverts.
Yeah.
We really need to get you on Alpengeist and Busch Gardens Williamsburg. I think you're going to really love that one.
Oh yeah, that's definitely one I point
And
to.
Montu, if you haven't been on it at Busch Gardens Tampa.
Oh, I have been on Montu.
Montu's my favorite.
Years and years ago.
But yeah, I think we're going to head to the corner of the back of the park, maybe get on Superman, knock out that one since that can get a line. But we're making a great time, so let's see what we can do.
I mixed this up in bad.
All right, so getting on Superman, a B&M Flyer. Not the greatest, you know, it's a solid ride for sure, but, you know, once you've ridden Fly, there ain't nothing like it, right, Aaron?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, let's see how this goes. Let's see how Superman is. All right, so Superman done. You know, solid ride, nothing. Ooh, Blue Hawk's running. It hasn't run since opening weekend, but yeah. Sorry, distracted. But yeah, Superman's solid ride. You know, when it compared to like the new Vekoma Flyers, like nothing compares to that stuff. That's amazing. But definitely need to get on the Tatsu since that's been closed every time I'm in Magic Mountain, and getting on a Flying Dinosaur hopefully next year when I do a big Japan trip and get back to Japan. But I think doing an old classic PCT wooden coaster, Great American Scream Machine. Let's go. Yeah, just got off of the Great American Scream Machine and whatnot. Definitely can tell its age. It's definitely a Ace Coaster landmark, but at the same time, old as shit. Needs to have some retracking by Gravity Group. Wants to give some airtime and whatnot, but you can tell it's not quite there. But yeah, so Travis, what did you think?
I would rename it to the Great American Bee Machine. Because when you get to the end, if your mouth is open, you're swallowing some bees. But the first drop's kind of underwhelming, and Jackhammer's really bad, and then the rest of it just kind of meanders.
Yeah.
The scenery's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's over the lake. Speaking of over the lake coasters, let's get on to Blue Hawk, an old Vekoma that with quite a few, I forget how many versions it has, it's got like 6 or 7. Pretty cool looking one. Let's go get on this thing. Actually a pretty solid ride. That's definitely underrated. Old Vekoma, but with the newer trains that doesn't have the older shoulders right here, it allows that, honestly, while it's not the smoothest ride in the world, I would say it's not rough, it doesn't hurt. Great ride over the water, and it's just got head choppers galore. It's crazy how close everything gets to you. That's an awesome ride. I really actually definitely put that in the upper tier of what in this park. Not talked about much, but next, I don't know, I think we might be heading over to Monster Mansion to do an absolute classic in this park. Very unique, something you wouldn't expect to find at a Six Flags park. It's awesome.
I didn't believe it.
Yo, Marshal Billy Bob Fritter here saying, as you travel and float, keep your hands in the boat. Oh, and remember, don't go near the marsh. No, you dang fools! This way! Stay out of the marsh! Stay out of the marsh! Oh, no! choose. Ready, aim, and fire! Oh, yeah!
Am I glad to see you? I thought for sure y'all was gone.
So Monster Mansion, you know, honestly, might be my third favorite ride in the park. That thing's unique. You wouldn't expect it at a Six Flags park. That's every time I ride it. That's what surprised me about it. And it's, I mean, you saw some of the footage in there. It's amazing. Like, do not miss that when you come to this park. It's as great as the roller coasters are, you have to get on Monster Mansion. It's just a very unique, old-fashioned dark ride that you just really don't find anywhere, especially outside of like the major players like Disney, Universal. You just don't find it unless you're in Europe. So make sure you hit that one up. All right, so next up is going to be doing Twisted Cyclone. Small scale RMC, but still a great ride. I do remember how much of a punch it packs, especially for being, I don't even know if it's 100 feet tall. It's probably just like 95 feet or so, but it packs quite a punch for not really getting that much in there. So great ride, and I'm excited to get on it. So Twisted Cyclone, you know, it's not the flashiest RMC out there, but it's still an RMC, so it just really kicks hard, especially for its height. Very good ride. Definitely doesn't benefit by having Air Force One right down the road, which, you know what, we'll get into that a little bit more in my next video next week, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But anywho, yeah, great ride. That wave term kicks pretty hard, and, you know, pretty solid punch for how short it is. Before heading out and getting over to Fun Spot Atlanta and lapping the crap out of Air Force One, we're gonna get over to Goliath. There's barely a line for this thing, so let's get some warmed up rides on one of the best B&M hypers out there. So just got another lap on Goliath, and truly I think one of the best B&M hypers myself. I'll get your opinion in a second, Sharav, but yeah, this thing, it just gets better as it goes. That first drop is the worst part of the ride, and it's a solid first drop, but as things go, you continue you leave the park, you get the airtime hill, and it starts to really hit. You can see turtles down there, which is kind of cool, but then you hit that helix and it's just unhinged from that point. That helix is awesome. You continue on, and those final airtime hills, honestly, it feels like it's trying to shake the lunch money out of you. It's really aggressive, up and down, up and down. It's fantastic. All right, my guy, what do you think?
Okay, the re-ride, once it was warmed up, man, that thing was ripping, and I think now I have it in my top 3 B&M hypers.
Yeah, man.
That's good.
Yeah, I still got to get on Mako because it was painted when I was there in 2023. Yeah, I know. You probably heard that 1,000 times on this channel because I'm still bitter about it. But yeah, that thing rocks. But Travis, what do you think of Goliath as a B&M hyper?
It's a very solid ride. The first drop, underwhelming. Riding it now in the heat when it's warmed up, very different ride from this morning. Still not enough for me to put it over Diamondback or Thunderstriker or Silverstriker.
Okay,
in that order.
Fair enough.
Number 4 behind me.
Yeah, this thing's awesome. I wish we could get more rides, but you know, we're gonna go over to Fun Spot Atlanta for Air Force One, where I'm continuing on my quest to get 50 rides on it before I graduate as a Delta flight attendant. But you gotta tune in next week to see how that goes. So make sure you go check that out. See you guys later.